Hey guys, Romie here. Happy 2018. New year, new us right now. So, anywho, just new and improved, that's all. Now, this is my review for Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 8, Episode 10, Single No Mingle. So the episode begins with Anais and Jonathan, along with Ruben. So Anais is talking to Jonathan and kind of just exclaiming how here's what's going on in her relationship. It's not going too great. She's not really happy. She's over it. She's over her husband. She's still talking about seeing rich dollars. Mind you, Jonathan isn't taking any of this too seriously because he's focused on the fact that his relationship went to hell in a handbasket. The fact that even though he caught his dude cheating and on social media app, and he catfished him, and actually catfished him immediately because he went, Trent was the one that clicked on Jonathan or Raul's profile and sent him naked pics, not the other way around, quickly, instantly. But then he got flipped because, wait, but you're still married, Jonathan. So while all that's going on, this is when Ruben comes in. And so Jonathan's trying to figure out what happened with them because he's talked about how Anais used to just fawn over her husband, say, okay, you're cool, but he's here, so you gotta go. You gotta go, or you just gotta watch what we're gonna do. They're very cold. It's a very unloving situation. Anais is just like, yeah, but he has to give me something to work with in order for me to feel that way. And her husband's just looking at her like, okay. And then she was just like, all right, you can go over there. And it was just bad. You could tell their relationship, it's real, what they're going through. And almost like, dang, do we need to see this? I know he signed the contract, but do we really need to see this? Anyway, Yandy, she goes and meets up with Lil Mo. Mo has her kids. Yandy brings her son, one of the kids. And this is when Mo says, look, Carl, he's off. And yes, he's been unfaithful as far as at least lying. And now we're at the point where she wants to work out with her husband. She doesn't want to be a one and done. She does love him. She wants to give it another try. And Yandy's just trying to tell her, look, that's great and all, but you have to make sure you also focus on your career, because regardless of what's going on there, you need an exit plan. You always need an exit plan. You always need a backup. Girl, what are you doing? Come on now. Get it together. So with her saying, yeah, you know what? You're right. You are right. They then decide that Mo's doing this music video, and for the first time in a while, her husband isn't going to be the leading person, but she's going to have to go and keep it pushing. Great. Now, next off, we have Safari. He's there with Snoop, DJ Self, as well as Jacquet. Now, Self said, by the way, you two have something in common. Sophia Body. Safari had a look of, I dated her a while ago. Get that straight. Get that straight. Anyway, Jacquet was like, that relationship's over. It's all good. It's all good. There's no problems. There's no issues. We're good. Now, the main thing, though, is that that's great. That's beautiful. We got that out of the way. We need to figure out what's going on with Safari and Dream Doll. Safari said, yeah, we do a little something. But hey, Safari's also supposed to be working with Mariah Lynn. That's going to be a problem, since you know Dream Doll's not going to appreciate her so-called man working with Mariah Lynn, even though Dream Doll went and chose some other dude as her social media crush, or like Man Crush Wednesday, or whatever it was, social media boyfriend. And this is what has Safari looking at her like, so what are we really doing here? What are we really doing here? Because I didn't get the script this week. So what are we really doing here? Anyway, and she comes home, and she comes home to her husband. Her husband's over because he's trying to figure out where is she, why has she been there? What's good? What's good? What's good, Ma? What's good? He's looking at her like that. She's looking at him like, look, if you gave me something to come home to, then I would come home. The issue is that I actually enjoy being out. I actually enjoy having a life. I actually enjoy making some type of money. I don't want to just rely on you. You really want me to go and be at home, smell like onions. Be at home, smell like onions. And all of that, No, I'm not gonna go have rollers in my hair, be unclean, unkept, because I'm just supposed to be attentive to you. No, here's how this, shout out to the Range Rover Sport and the Range Rover. I said, that's right. I know they have money, and I know it's probably him. He looks like he makes good money. You know something you can just tell? You can just tell. And so, with that being said, Anais' husband, Ruben, said, look, at this point, if you keep doing this stuff, I'm going to divorce you. She looked at him like, I've been telling, so now, you, okay, well, go and do it then. Go and do it. Their relationship is broken. It's broken. Lomo, she's going and she's doing her vocal warm-ups. Why does Carl always do it? It genuinely feels like, whoa, you shouldn't be here. That's what it genuinely feels like. And he sneaks on her while she's doing her vocal warm-ups. Well, after she's done. And he's looking at her like, why am I not going to be a leading man in your music video? And of course, we see that she actually, the music video that he was in. And my whole thing is, why are we just acting like, it almost feels like Mo has to keep reminding him, hello, you did some mess. I'm not going to go and just let you do whatever you want because you did that mess. Do you not understand what's going on here? So she lets him know that, look, you can audition, because he says, yeah, I guess, if I have to audition. She was like, yeah, audition. I said, oh, God, this is their storyline, really. Oh, I actually felt bad for Mariah Lynn for this. So Mariah Lynn, she's trying to talk to Self. She's trying to talk to Self and let him know that, Self, I hear you. I hear you, because we get to the whole thing of Self says, I got 15 calls about you fighting, you causing the ruckus, what's going on? But she has to let him know that, hey, your girl Dream Doll, that girl she baited me. So here's the truth. Dream Doll baited Mariah. Mariah took the bait and she acted accordingly. Mariah is upset because she's just trying to figure out, Self, you know me, you know my struggles, you know I do take this seriously. People don't take me seriously, but I take this, what I do, seriously. And I'm just trying to figure out, why is it? Self is prioritizing Dream Doll. He's actually making some money off of Dream Doll, so he's prioritizing her. Let's just stop this fake. I'm not doing this. Forget this. Self chose. Dream Doll is making the money right now. So Self is going to try and get Mariah Lynn to just be quiet and mute and calm down, even though to a certain degree she does need to do that. We know that. We're not saying that she doesn't, because she absolutely does. But let's not act like Dream Doll isn't personally trying to fan flames. Dream Doll was trying to say, oh, Self brought me here so that I can go and help you in your career out and all this stuff. Self did not do any of that. Dream Doll purposely, like I said, baited Mariah Lynn, and then Mariah Lynn followed suit. Doesn't mean it was right, but that's what actually happened. We're not just going to go and say, oh, this is just, in this case, Mariah Lynn's fault, because she's in a situation where she has her boss telling her, look, aside, whatever that other chick's doing, even that's messing with your money and messing with your image, you're just going to have to take it, because at the end of the day, you're on the same team. No! That's not how this works. I didn't expect this episode to be good. I'm being honest. I actually enjoyed this episode. I got something out of this one, clearly. Now, we see Jacquet. He meets up with Rich and Navarro. Navarro apparently apologized to Rich and told Rich that, look, Ashley's pregnant, and because Ashley's pregnant, that's why she went off on you. No, Ashley went off on you because it was the right thing to do. Rich! I guess we're all going to have to remind you, you're trying to go and mess around with a married woman. None of us are going to be cool with that. Hello? It's not like she's even separated. That's the thing. It's not like she's even separated. So why is he acting like we're the ones that's crazy? Anyway, Jacquet's there. Of course, bigging up Jacquet, saying, look, maybe you need to go worry him in the future. But that's all well and good. This whole hookah thing. Side note, Self was right about telling Mariah Lynn she needs to stop that hookah. You don't need anything drying out your vocals. Come on now. people don't take this stuff seriously, and it irks me. If I... Anyway. In comes Anais. Anais, she's just like, hey. Navarro looking at her like, oh, so this is a Latin artist that you guys are just telling me about. Mind you, Anais, she literally shimmied on Navarro, on Jacque by when she walked past him. I said, what? And Jacque's like, oh, God, you doing stuff like that will give someone the what? I said, Jacque, you goofy. You goofy. And it works for this scene because I'm looking at Anais like, maybe you might want to tone this down a little bit, because once it gets to, obviously you're doing with the people who don't care, but you may just need to do this a little bit less. Do I need to work on some branding, some image? Because I can do that. I can do that very well. Anyway, she goes and talks to Rich outside, and Rich gets informed that her husband, Ruben, was talking about a divorce. She just needs to know, are you there for me or are you not? Because I'm doing all this stuff, and if you're not really down for me, and I'm thinking, Anais, you've already been warned by multiple people in multiple situations that Rich isn't taking this too seriously. Rich is he does this every time he's in a relationship on this show and talks about, oh yeah, I got you, it's fine. Once things get too serious, he bounces. It's over. He drops one while trying to pick up another one at the same time. That's his MO on this show. Come on. So then we see another relationship that crumbled because Safari met up with Dream Doll, and Safari got her some cards because he said, and Dream Doll said, this isn't a game. Like, what are you doing? One of the cards said, do you see a future of us together? Dream Doll said she wasn't sure. Now, mind you, Safari did let Dream Doll know, I saw what you did on social media about choosing someone else as your Instagram crush or whatever it was. But Safari says, I do see a future of us together. Again, it's dumb because Dream Doll, even though she's smiling, she's happy because he's saying all the right stuff, even though she just told them they don't, so they can't. Are people not listening anymore? Is that what's going on? Anyway, she gets really upset because he acknowledges the fact that if he wants to work with Mariah Lynn, he wants to work with Mariah Lynn. He was used to being in a relationship where the other person was very controlling, i.e. Nicki Minaj. That's who he was talking about. Let's just call it what it is. Was very controlling about everything, and he's not doing that this time around. He's not doing that. He wants equal say. He wants equal footing, and Dream Doll didn't like that. She wanted a subservient Jamaican girl. Who told you that was gonna happen? I can't even finish that sentence. Anyway, so that's over. She's upset. She's in a tizzy. She wasn't in a tizzy. She really wasn't. She was just kind of, actually, she was for like 2.5 seconds and realized it's not that serious. Safari looked at her like, that's not how this was supposed to go down. Anyway, Lil Mo, she's there at at the auditions for her leading man, and the guys, they start, and Mo is just, her eyes are open, and she's just like, oh wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm looking at Mo and saying to myself, oh God, and when is Carl coming in? Because we know it's going to happen. In comes Carl, and he essentially, again, just says, look, I shouldn't have to need to audition for anything, because if we're on this footing, then that's fine. And so then he's going to be in the video. It's just as plain as simple as that. I don't care. We move on to Yandy and Juju. So they're there. They're reading the lines. They want Yandy to play a drunk, out of control. I said, I might want to see this play. I might want to see this play. To see Yandy Smith play that. Okay. I'm there in spirit. So Safari, he comes through. His character's name is Kevin, and Safari, so he's putting 20 on 10 on Kevin. But it could work. It really can. But that's not important. What's important is Safari finds out that Juju's relationship with Cam is over. They've been together for I feel like over 8 years, or close to 8 years. And Safari said he wanted to talk to Juju separately. And he lets her know that, look, as a friend, you've been in a relationship for almost a decade. I was in a relationship for 12 years. When it's over, it takes a while to adjust. So I want to make sure that not only are you okay, that you just got some support, because I got you. I'm your friend, and I want to take you somewhere. Not somewhere on a date. Not somewhere on a date, because when you look at the scene, you hear the music, it kind of felt like, okay, Safari, what are you trying to do? Whose moves are you trying to put on who? But he said, no, we're friends. Cam, he hasn't dogged me out, so I'm going to keep it PG with you. We'll be cool. Next thing we know, Safari is back in the coat because Snoop, she has a new sneaker line. And I said, okay, Snoop, okay. So she wanted, during that original meetup, she also wanted a bunch of people to perform. So Jacque's going to perform, Safari's going to perform, Mariah Lynn's going to perform, and Bree is there. Now, all three perform. I said, okay, Jacque. Said, okay. Safari's song sounded good. It did. I said, oh, okay. Mariah Lynn, I just said the paparazzi. I guess it's one of those songs where you speak into existence, because I'm just thinking that, but that's how it is nowadays. A lot of songs are more so speaking into existence instead of being your own. The song was what I would expect from Mariah Lynn, which isn't bad, because unlike a decent amount of people, I do like what she does musically. I do. Why can't I? Anyway, once they're all done, she goes and she talks to Safari, and she's talking about she wants a track. Safari says, this is all good, but I'm trying to figure this thing out with Dream Doll. And I'm thinking, Dream Doll just said she's not sure she sees a future with you. Why are we playing these games? Bree's looking over there instead of minding her own business, saying, oh, Mariah Lynn, why is she talking to old girls, man? So then Bree gets over there, and again, they start this confrontation part 2, all because Bree's trying to figure out, Mariah, you dusty. And it's just like, wait a minute, you trying to go and start something? No, we're not doing that here. I'm thinking, Mariah, don't fall, because these, and this isn't even your fault. Is this because of your association with your friend? And this one, really? So that's what pissed me off. Bree threw a drink, Mariah threw it back. Now, and Mariah was the one left to apologize. I said, this isn't making any sense. All of you are on some BS to a certain level. Stop it. I know Mariah was disappointed in herself. I could tell, because Snoop had that look of, you really did that here? Really? To me? But, again, that was another setup. Just like how Jonathan, once he saw that, no, this rich dollar thing is real, he was over it. And he said it right in front of Rich, and I appreciate it. Like, you're married. She's married. She's still married. She's haven't separated. What's with all this touchy-feely stuff? Wait a minute, you guys had sex? Really? So he's trying to tell his friend, you can't be doing this. This is the type of dude that goes and hops. He hops. He says, oh, I'm here for you. I love you, baby. More, kiss, kiss, kiss. And then the relationship crumbles. So now he's trying to tell Anais all of that again, reiterate it, while looking at Rich, getting some other girl's number for whatever reason we don't know. And he's just like, this no. Anyway, it all goes. Ruben knew what he was doing. He made the right calls. Ruben had his shirt. He had the shirt open. Had the sports jacket on. The handkerchief. He goes walking in like, so hey, who are you? Do you work for Navarro or something? That's what he said to Rich. That's how he started their conversation, because he kissed his wife, and Anais had to look So I don't know what happens there, but next week it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be entertained. It's more of the same, different faces, same scenarios, but I'm okay with that. This can work. I'm interested again. Now I'm about to watch Miami.